Yeah, thank you. This strike should not have gone on at all. Let me reassure our students nationwide that the federal government of Nigeria, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will do everything humanly possible to keep you in school. And let me also reassure our parents, the parents of of our students, that we're doing everything humanly possible to keep your children in school. This is the responsibility of this government. And today, I'm going to use this medium to plead with ASU again to shelve this strike. There's literally no need for this strike. In the last 2 years plus, there has never been ASU strike. This is not a coincidence, but active, proactive engagement by the government. And we have continued to engage ASU. Over the last 24 hours, myself and the Vice Chairman of Federal Government ASU, Federal Government Tertiary Negotiation Committee were working the phone, talking to ASU. I can tell you today, literally all the demands of ASU have been met. So I do not see any reason why ASU has gone on this strike. We had feelers that despite us negotiating with them in good faith, truthfully, they were determined to go on the strike. Even from Friday, I've been getting text messages that ASU has decided to go on strike. And when you do that, when you predetermine your action, despite every goodwill or gesture of the government to you, what do you really want? Let me tell you what we've done in the last 2.5 years plus. And where we are today, we've literally addressed every single issue that ASU is requesting. The areas of their end academic allowance, we've paid 50 billion naira. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu swiftly approved that payment months ago. Why they had end academic areas was that they didn't want this salary, the areas mainstream as part of their salary, which was the best way. But they now came back and we talked to them. The end academic allowance has now been mainstream as part of as their salaries. There will never be arrears again. We've also addressed issues about their postgraduate supervision allowances, which are to be paid by the institutions. And I've been told that these are being paid. There are issues on the needs assessment money, which was not released. If you remember, this needs assessment was negotiated by them almost 20 years ago. But this government met those liabilities. The president approved 150 billion naira of needs assessment money in this 2026 budget. 50 billion naira of that has been released. The president promised us he will release this in tranches of 50 billion over three payments. The first one has been released. It's sitting in the needs assessment account now. For us not to disburse that money, it's ASU that is holding those disbursements. The promotion areas, we told them this will be paid with the 2026 budget. This will be appropriated as part of the 2026 appropriation budget. But what was causing the arrears, we've resolved that. We've had meetings with the budget office, or from this year, 2026, that's when most universities do their promotions. They would be allowed to accrue those last 3 months, October, November, December, with the following, with 2026 budget going forward. With the 225-35 wage award, I've had multiple meetings with them and told them that all public servants have not been paid this, but this will be paid in 2026. Those were the low-hanging requests, which we've taken care completely. Now the big ones are about their condition of service and their welfare. We've responded, myself, Labour Minister, and the Honourable Minister of State for Education co-chair a high-level government technical working group, which also included the following members: Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education, Minister of Labor, Minister of Justice, and the Chairman of Salary and Wages Commission, that DG Budget Office, Office of the Accountant General, and Executive Secretary. We went line by line on all their requests based on their condition of service. We finalized those review and government counter response to what they had requested. We presented that to them this past Friday. And also the big part, the second component of this, their welfare. We've gotten approval from Mr. President to create another line item called Teachers' Welfare to address the Academic Staff Union, a welfare package, the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, and the College of Education Academic Staff Union. And also, we will cascade that to all teachers in the country as we move along. We got approval to have teachers' allowance. And Mr. President graciously approved robust percentage of their salaries. We modeled that out. We presented all this to them at the meeting on Friday. The Yahya Ahmed federal government negotiating team met with us on Friday. We gave them everything they had requested, their welfare and the condition of service. They promised us that they will get back to us in 24 hours. We waited until Saturday afternoon. They didn't get back to us. Myself and the chairman and the vice chairman of the negotiating committee continued to reach out to us via the president. They didn't call us back. The vice chairman, Senator Joshua, was testing and calling. And on Sunday evening at just before 5 p.m., the ASU president tested the vice chairman, Senator Joshua, back that I'll call you. He called just after 5. He released a statement that they will go on strike. The senator told him that, listen, we will meet with you on this Sunday. Let us meet. There's no need to go on strike. Your proposals have all been responded to. Give us your counter proposal. We can't continue to just do it back and forth. And the response of Vice President was, all the people, the leadership that are here, they've been in Abuja for 5 days, they have to go home to their family. 5 days? They can't wait to meet us. Government is doing everything here to meet your needs. Today, we have a president in the presence of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that believes so much in education as a bedrock of our society, and is giving us all the support. And we have the highest political will today to resolve these issues once and for all. But remember, these are issues. Give me one more second. Remember, these are issues that dated back to 2009. We've addressed every single request by ASU. There's no need for this strike. And we're pleading with them to go back to school. We need to keep our children in school. This government is doing, we've met everything. If there's any group of people that have met with the most since I assumed this position, it is ASU. I call them, they have my number, and honestly, the government has done its bit. I want to continue what we've done in terms of education funding. Right. But if you want me to hold up now, I'll hold up for a minute and get back to you.
Definitely, we'll get to that. But I just want to also present their own side of the story. You may have seen that conversation we had with the ASU president, Professor Piwuna, just last week, and the build-up to this. And I want to reiterate some of the things he said, so you can also speak to them, so we have a balanced conversation here. So he said they had a meeting in Sokoto and gave 3 weeks but that the government did not do anything all through that period. It was when it elapsed that then we began to hear things from government on the one hand. So for him, he said the government has been too slow. In fact, he said that there was no decency of saying, gentlemen, please hold on with us for that 3-week period, according to him. That's on the one hand. Now, he says that the earned academic allowance that was paid, that they actually had to make a compromise. So it's not like they are the ones who are belligerent in some sense. That it was meant to be 103 billion, but that they said, you know what, we'll give some sort of understanding to government. Let's do the 50 billion. And for him, he said that was a lot of compromise. Even more than half was what they had to give in order to get the 50 billion earned academic allowances. He also talked about
the federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to enforcing the no work, no pay policy as the nationwide strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities commenced yesterday, directing Vice Chancellor of all federal universities to ensure strict compliance with labor laws and submit attendance reports in a circular dated October 13, 2025, signed by the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, and distributed to key education stakeholders, including the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, Pro-Chancellor, the Accountant General of the Federation, and the Executive Secretary of the National University Commission, NUC. The government expressed disappointment at ASU's decision to embark on industrial actions despite ongoing engagement efforts. The circular stated that the government would no longer tolerate disruptions to academic calendars, insisting that any employee who fails to perform official duties during the strike period would not be entitled to remuneration. In line with existing labor regulations, any employee who fails to discharge official duties during a strike period will not be entitled to remuneration for that period. The circular read, Dr. Lauser instructed all vice chancellors to immediately conduct roll calls and physical head counts of academic staff in their institution, comply detailed reports identifying those at work and those absent due to the strike. The summit's compliance records to the Ministry of Education. He, however, clarified that the members of the Congress of University Academics, CONWA, and the National Association of Medical and Dental Academics, NAMDA, who were not participating in the strike, should continue to receive their full entitlement. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Labour Congress has condemned the government's stance, warning that attempts to intimidate ASU with the no work, no pay policy would only worsen the situation. An NLC statement described the government's directive as provocative and insensitive, urging the Ministry of Education to focus on addressing the lecturers' legitimate grievance rather than issuing strict. ASU on Sunday declared a 2-week warning strike effective Monday, October 13, to press home its demand, which include conclusion of the renegotiated 2009 FGN ASU agreement, release of withheld salaries, revitalization funding for public university, payment of promotion arrears, and settlement of outstanding salaries. With university gates once again closed and lecture halls empty, the standoff between ASU and the federal government has reignited fears of another prolonged disruption in Nigeria's educational sector. Thanks for stopping by.